Well, hello for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. And welcome to today's edition of Keto Cooking. Okay, so I've been doing this keto diet. Now, like I said, this keto diet isn't for everybody. This diet came up back in like the 1920s or 30s to deal with a ailment. And what they found out was having a high fat diet with no carbs and sugar ended up helping these kids mentally and so forth. And I'll have to look at the whole story. And what happens is our bodies were originally meant to burn fat. You know, we were hunters and gatherers, so we're getting a lot of meat and a lot of protein and a lot of fat and stuff. Now our diet has been changed to where it's a lot of carbs and sugar. And so your body takes the sugars and it tries to burn the sugars. And it just messes up with your whole metabolism to the point where your body stores the sugar. And then when you go on a diet, it burns muscle. So you end up losing weight, but you're losing muscle. And then once you get off of the diet, your body says, oh my God, you just starved me. Let me save some more sugar and fats for the next time. And so it's an endless cycle where you're constantly dieting and off dieting, and you're losing weight and you're gaining it back, and sometimes you gain back more. So I started this in November at 273, and right now I'm right around 241, 242. So I'm under 30 pounds with this thing. So if you tuned in yesterday, we were doing kielbasa and shrimp kebabs. Oh my God, that was freaking incredible. Along with some cooked cabbage. With jalapeno peppers in it, a little bit of vinegar, so it's almost like a sweet sauerkraut. Well, what I also did was I have my smoker outside, which also goes up to 375. So I cooked a couple of chickens yesterday in there. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to pull the rest of the chicken off of this. I'm going to make some chicken salads, chicken salad like on a salad, and we're also going to do some tomato salad, tomato and celery. Basically, you're taking onions, tomato, celery, basil, salt, pepper, olive oil, and heavy cream. And it's a nice little fresh salad. So you want to kind of vary and change up. I'm giving it to you right now. You want to vary and change up exactly what you're doing. You know, I try and cook something a little different every day to keep you interested. Now, here's where it's crazy because I drink like my fat coffee in the morning. I got a coffee with a lot of heavy cream in it, and I put this Keto Bomb coffee creamer in here, okay? If you get this on Amazon, it's at the cheapest place. It's about $20 a can, and it'll last about 2 weeks. But you put that in, and I put shake up whipped cream in it. I drink that in the morning, and I'm drinking water all day, and I'm really not that hungry until about this time at the end of the day. And I really kind of eat one meal, and so it's been working. And when I've stayed on the diet, it has worked really, really well. So let's go ahead and do this. Now, this is one of those things that I actually love being able to do. You can grow. You can see I have some herbs in here that are growing. They're not doing as well as the ones outside, but I've also planted other stuff outside. So we're going to actually go to our flower pot garden in the rain here, and we're going to pick some. Okay. And look at these. Oh, look at this. Plum tomato. Get another plum tomato. Look at these. Ooh, you don't get any fresher than that. And I'm gonna put you guys right here for a second while I grab the other ones. Oh yeah. There we go. Another nice tomato. Let's see. This one's not there, but it's close. What's happening? I'm giving you the and up here we're gonna fresh. Okay, sorry about that. Don't know what happened, but the thing went kind of crazy on me. Okay, so we went outside and we had some tomatoes that I'd already picked up earlier this week. You know, the little teardrop tomatoes, and got a nice plum tomato there. Got some more nice ripe tomatoes here, and pull some fresh basil off the vine. So we're going to end up using this to make a tomato celery salad. And over here, this is the chicken. I cooked, went to BJ's and I bought a couple of chickens that I cooked for in the smoker. So I put a little charcoal in there so that way you get a charcoal flavor to it. And I cooked that while I was already outside doing some stuff, which is great because basically you put it in there, you put the timer on it, the thermometer on it, let it cook, and you can basically walk away. So I kind of got 2 meals out of one. What's going on, man? I am just living the dream, trying to eat a little bit better and pass on any knowledge that I have to you guys. So I cooked these chickens yesterday because I'm gonna make some chicken salad. My wife loves to actually just take chicken salad to work. You can see this is the smoke line from the smoke in the wood yesterday. She loves to take chicken salad to work and just eat it, with a fork. Or I like to make it and put it on a salad and things, and it's real good. Now what I do with my chicken salad is I put celery, of course, in it, and dill. I love dill. Dill gives it a really nice taste to it. Dill works really good on chicken as well as also with salmon. And so we're just going to take this stuff, pull off the chicken, I'm going to chop it up and put it together. That's what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. So how's everybody doing today? We are hump day. Tomorrow night we have the Hall of Fame game. You're not going to really see too many people, any starters other than offensive linemen maybe, but at least it's something. We heard from Stephen Jones basically saying that we don't like basically having a gun to our head, and we're not going to be the team that resets markets. In other words, he's trying to negotiate in the media. What the Cowboys always do, and I hate it, is they always try and make the Cowboy players seem like they're greedy. That they're not, team players and things like that. But let's be honest now. Have you guys seen what ticket prices are? You want to talk about greedy. You've got the most valuable franchise in the NFL, right? You got all kinds of sponsorships, right? You're able to spend $250 or was it $300 million on a yacht, right? Why not have like a discount ticket day or something, or have some seats for, people who can't afford the high price seats and stuff, for your fans that have been there for years and things. So when you talk about players being greedy, I don't think the team is hurting too much. But then again, what do I know? All I know is the tickets that we're getting. Oh, and today, guys, if you want to join us for the Giants game, the tickets are about $350 for 200 level, where we're going to be sitting, and hopefully we have a bunch of fans that are fans of the Jobu Sports Club there with us. I know Miss Jackie will be there. I know Miss Sarah will be there. Michael Anthony Fitness will be there. I wanted Rashid to go, but he was sick, and he's trying to make up for lost time, so he doesn't have the money to go. And that's the sad thing about football, is you can be a diehard fan, and be there buying the jerseys and supporting the team, and you really support the team, yet it's priced too much for you to be able to be there, and that's sad. That's one of the things that bothers me about AT&T Stadium. When we go to the game, the rabid fan, the guy who puts the fear of God in the other teams, he doesn't have money to be sitting down low, where he's scaring the other team. You're up either in the party pass, where you can't really be heard, or you're in the upper deck, where you can't really be heard. And that's one of the sad things about the Dallas Cowboys and our crowd, is we don't really have a home field advantage like other teams. You go to Seattle, boy, it's like being inside a jet engine. That 12th man, that ain't no bull. That 12th man is a mother. And so you got the people who are in the first row. They also have the dugout seats below. So you got them basically taking up two seats down low where you should have the crazy fans at, but they're not because they can't afford it. And that's sad. But here's what's going to be cool. My channel is all about the fans and spreading the motion, okay? I like to try and include everybody in everything. So when we do our tailgate, what we're going to do is, I'm buying probably this weekend, I'm buying a 65-inch TV. I'm going to get a mount for it so that way you can hook onto the tailgate so it won't fall over like last year's. And we'll have TV out in the tailgate. And what we're going to do is, we're going to tailgate all day. I mean, all day. We are going to be out in the tailgate, and some people may not be able to afford game tickets, but it's okay because you're going to be there with the rest of us, having a ball, eating some Jobu wings, drinking some Mojo Chunch, watching the game, being part of the football atmosphere. And that, to me, friends, is what it's all about. So, we got our chicken. Let me turn this down. We got our chicken over here chopped up. And what I'm doing is I'm doing a couple of things at the same time. Because we're doing the tomato salad, I need celery for that too. And I'm also going to give you a little bonus tip too. I like cucumbers in vinegar. So what I do is I take cucumbers, slice them up, put some onions with it, put salt and vinegar on them, and it's kind of like a pickle. And it'll last in there for, a good week or two. It's kind of got that vinegary taste. And vinegar, of course, is good to help with cramps. And I'm always moving around and stuff, and in the heat and things. At night, sometimes I get cramps, but if I eat pickles and I eat the vinegar and stuff, that helps keep the electrolytes in your system. One other thing I learned too is if you drink too much water, what it does is it cleans out your system. And when it cleans out your system, it's also taking out your electrolytes. So then you got a little problem when it comes to cramps because you need the electrolytes. And because you're on a keto diet, you can't eat bananas, which have lots of potassium in them. So, what you gonna do? Make sure you get your vinegar. All right, so we put some of the celery in here. I'm gonna cut up a little bit more. Chicken salad and tuna fish cost so daggone much. It's like put in extra celery to help save some of the money and make it spread. Tuna fish drives me crazy. Tuna fish, when I used to grow up, the tuna fish was cat packed with tuna fish, like chunky tuna and everything. Now it's like cat food and it's only like this much in the can. I ended up taking like 6 or 7 cans to make a bowl of tuna fish. Everything is like trying to rip you off these days. If I'm beginning to sound like an old man that's standing on his lawn saying, "Get off my lawn," there's a reason for that. Because I'm an old man standing on my lawn telling the kids to get off of it. Because I'm old. All right. So we got that. We'll go ahead and cut the onions. We'll season everything at the same time. Thought I was going back to Culpeper tomorrow to go ahead and put the door frames on, but change of plans. They want to get termite people out to exterminate. in the tomato salad. That in tomato salad. We're also going to use onions for the cucumbers. So this is going to be a nice healthy day food-wise. It's mostly veggies and chicken. Maybe I just need a live stream like all day long. Hey, Maui, how are you doing today? Nothing super exciting today. We're just doing chicken salad and cucumbers and tomato salad. Get our fresh veggies on. Now, if you want to get fancy, what you could do is, instead of taking off all of the shavings on it, take a slice, turn it, and leave a little stripe of green on it. Then when you cut it, then you got green and white, so it looks fancy. Okay? But I'm not fancy. I'm not crazy about the skin on it, although that's where a lot of the nutrients are. So I'm just going to slice these. We're going to put them in that container over here. I'm going to put on some vinegar and salt, and that's it for that. And that is, I love this like on salad because it's got a vinegary taste to it, kind of like a pickle, but it's still not quite a pickle. It's still soft. And again, you get your electrolytes, so you're not going to have cramps. So put in some cukes, put in some onions, put in some cukes, put in some onions, and put the rest of that all up in there. Put some salt up in there. I have no fingernails. And we're going to take apple cider vinegar. Lots of vinegar. And then add water with the rest. A little bit more salt on it. I'll put a little bit more vinegar on the top. So too full to really stir it. But you want to do this like an hour or two before dinner so that way you can get that vinegary taste. But I love vinegar. In fact, I can take a shot of vinegar and enjoy it. All right, so our tomato salad. We're going to dice up the tomatoes and put that in here. And we're going to take our basil as well. Our fresh basil. Going to chop some of that up. Now this is not a recipe of mine. This is a new one. I've never done celery tomato salad. I like cucumber tomatoes and onions, but my wife doesn't like cucumbers too much. So that's why we're doing a celery one. This is a different recipe. You know what they say, happy wife, happy life? Doesn't get any fresher than that, does it? Okay. So we got that. Just gonna put this in little chunks. Now look at that. Look at that tomato. Now tell me, look at how juicy that is. Where's the camera? How juicy that is. Okay. Tomatoes in the store do not taste like that. That's what I grew up on. My mother will can tomatoes, and it's just, they're so soft and they're so flavorful. When you buy it in the store, you know, it's just, or you got a Subway, you got the green tomato, it's just awful. It's just butter. Get our little yellow tomatoes in here. Here's some more of my little cherry tomatoes and things that we grew. We used to have tomato sandwiches growing up. We would just take bread. Oh, bread. Oh, bread. I miss bread. We would take bread, salt, pepper, and mayonnaise and make a tomato sandwich. I could do that. I could have some bread. Nope, you can't have that one. Kiss it to God. I believe our Cowboys are off for practice. They have a day off tomorrow. So maybe that's an opportunity for the Dallas Cowboys to get together and get Zeke's contract done. Get Dak squared away. Miss Jackie and Miss Anita, they're mad that we haven't gotten that contract done yet. All right, so there we go. All right, so here's what we got. We got our tomatoes, our celery, and our onions in here. And a little bit of basil. It doesn't look like I have a lot of tomatoes in there. I'm gonna go ahead, I've got some cherry tomatoes that are inside. I'm gonna put some more tomatoes in there. Don't put too much on the celery in there. Let me wash these bad boys. These are bought from the store. These were some cherry ones that my wife got, so these will be the last ones we buy until all my tomatoes are gone. But these aren't too bad. These are the Chubb's cherry tomatoes. They're usually pretty good. I actually like using these to make salsa. It's just a pain in the ass because they're so small. But they still have, they got a little bit of juice in them. I'm going to taste this and see if I need to put some more basil in it. I may need some more. Oops. You going to get a tomato there, Simba? I'm going to put these in there, then we're going to season that up. Okay. I'm going to put salt, pepper, a little balsamic vinegar in it. Balsamic vinegar. Oh, I love balsamic vinegar. Again, that'll help out with the cramps. You're a little bit green, but you'll be okay. I'll just get the core out of that. Balsamic vinegar, if you haven't used it before, it's sweet tasting, It's aged in oak barrels, and it just gets that sweet vinegary taste. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some balsamic vinegar. I got some up here. See, it's dark. Just about a teaspoon in, because I love balsamic vinegar. Okay. Some salt. Pepper. And I'm going to do this to taste, because every recipe I kind of markize it, which means I kind of put my own spin on it. Oh, and olive oil. And before I put the heavy cream in it, definitely taste the basil. Basil's good. Needs more salt and pepper though. Now this recipe calls for heavy cream. I'm going to try it. I'm also going to put just a little bit of mayonnaise with it. Heavy cream. Just put a little. And mayo. I'm markizing it. I got to put just a little bit of mayo in there. And we're going to try it out. And I also think I'm going to go get some more basil to go in here to really get an herb taste to it. You can see how that looks, but if I put in some more basil, it's going to give it more of that green look. So hold your horses for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to add, I'm going to cheat. I got some parsley here too that I'm going to add to it. I haven't had too many recipes and the parsley's getting old, so I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to put a little parsley. That'll give it a little more color. Parsley really doesn't have that much of a taste to it, as opposed to like the rosemary has a distinctive like evergreen taste to it. Thyme has its own kind of flavor to it. Parsley is kind of like, meh. You don't really taste it, but this gives it will give it a great look, color-wise, in there, where you look and say, oh, fresh herbs. And that's another thing that I love about using fresh herbs that are growing in the garden. You know, one, it hasn't been treated, it hasn't been dried up, and it's got more aromatic flavor to it than what's in a jar. That's not to say that what you have in a jar is bad, it's not. But it's not the same as fresh. And if you can get fresh, it's always a lot better. Now, I have a dehydrator that I'll take when I have too much of like my peppers and stuff, and I will go ahead and I'll preserve those. So this is our tomato salad. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and get some lettuce. and put some of the tomato salad on top of it, along with some chicken salad and cucumbers. And so now all we got left is our chicken salad. I've already got the chicken cut up from the chickens we cooked yesterday. I got my celery. I'm gonna put in, I don't like to use too much salt, but pepper I love, lots of pepper. And this one is slow. Look at this. You gotta have backup. Oh yeah, that one's okay. Now that one's grounded some pepper. Got to have my pepper. Okay, we'll get a little bit of salt. Not too much salt because salt's not good for your heart. And dill. Like dill. My dill's not doing good outside. I for whatever reason, I'm having a hard time growing dill. That it just turns yellow. But lots of dill in there. You will thank me. When I do my chicken pasta salad, I use lots of dill. And now it's just a matter of putting in mayonnaise and stirring it up. And you got a great chicken salad. So you got a bigger spoon. You know, it must be nice for those guys like on Cooking Network that have like one thing already prepared, and then they're just kind of like going through the motions, and then all of a sudden, presto, they pull everything out of the oven. You know, they have the cameras with the different angles and stuff, and they don't have to worry about doing. You know, they got it made. I am literally one take because I'm cooking this once, and I make mistakes like I should have used a bigger bowl instead of the container that I put it in the fridge because it's too small to stir the damn thing up because you're an idiot. Okay, see, get a bigger bowl. Nope, not big enough. By the way, in case you didn't know it, I'm not that bright. I really am not. But now you can start to see, and I need more mayonnaise. I may not get it right at first, but eventually I will. So you can do the mayonnaise however you guys like. If you like a lot of mayonnaise, great, because it's a fat that you need for keto. If you don't like too much, then you can slow your roll a little bit. But there we go. Now let me taste it and see how our dill and pepper, see if I need to add any more. Not bad. I'm going to put a little more dill in there. I like my dill. And a little bit more pepper. Good with the mayonnaise. And what's good about this is we can have this for dinner tonight, and we can have this for lunch tomorrow. And quite frankly, you could have it for dinner tomorrow too. So that's our chicken salad. And let me get another spoonful of it so you guys can really see it up close. There you go. Chicken salad. Can you do that right quick for wait a minute, what's the question? Cooking analogy. Kick some. Wait a minute. Hold it. Counter. 11-5. 11-5 is where I think we're going to go this year. It's funny because I get so many people that are always ragging on me. There's a guy, Billy Watson, there. He's like, you want to know what Mark Holmes is going to talk about? Just go to ESPN and watch that, and you'll know what Mark Holmes is talking about. Well, I'll take a subject that ESPN may be talking about. But generally speaking, ESPN is going to tell you the Cowboys suck. They're not going to make the playoffs. Jerry Jones is an idiot. Dak Prescott is the worst quarterback in the NFL. And I go ahead and I dispute and I give you my own facts from my own research. Okay? Yeah, I can't say I don't use and look at ESPN, NFL Network, Fox Sports, NFL Media, Pro Football Focus. Of course, you got to gather as much information as you can so that way you can come up with your own conclusions. Yeah, it's true. Unfortunately, I don't work for the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm not at all 32 NFL teams where I can judge and look and get all that stuff together, because what they do is they all share the information. If you notice, when one person has breaking news, everybody has all the same story. So I'm not doing anything different than what they're doing. But Billy there's a point here, saying that I do too many videos and that I need to slow down and give it a rest. And it's like, well, just don't watch. Don't watch. If you don't like what I have to say, that's fine. That's cool. But some people do, because I see we've got 50 people in here right now that are enjoying seeing our chicken salad and eating dinner. And some people will take this recipe or use some ideas from it, and it may end up helping them. And I just don't understand why everybody has to have an opinion that you're wrong and you need to change. Because here's the thing. The good Lord endowed us all with our own life, to do with it as we may, as long as it doesn't infringe on somebody else. So me doing videos is not infringing. But the reason why I bring him up is because this guy is such a troll and a hater. Mark Holmes, he's just, sucking on the Dallas Cowboys, whatever. He's predicting 16-0. No, I've never predicted 16-0 with Dallas Cowboys. In fact, somebody says 16-0, I'm going to say, buddy, it ain't going to happen. Not going to happen. 11-5. I said 11-5 last year, and I was one off. The year before, I said 10-6, and we were one off. So I say 11-5, maybe we'll be one off and we'll be 12-4. How's that? Well, nobody has any requests for keto dishes for Mark to cook. No, they don't have any requests for it. I mean, that's cool. Maybe they're like, we'll just wait till you come up with something. But I tell you what, the keto shrimp kebabs yesterday were good. Oh, the kielbasa and the shrimp. That was, I took the shrimp. You got black tiger shrimp, really good sized ones. Use Mojo seasoning, Mojo liquid seasoning. It's great for keto because it doesn't have the carbs and the sugar, but it has a great distinctive flavor. It's good for pork chops. It's good for seafood, chicken, and everything. Soaked them in that with chipotle chili peppers. Chop those up with the adobe sauce. Let that marinate with some lemon juice and some cilantro and garlic. And you put that around the kielbasa and grilled it. Oh, that was heaven. I'm going to have to do that again soon. So that's where we are. Sure. Oh my God, John, check out yesterday's video. Yesterday, the shrimp, they were good. And I don't know if I've done shrimp and grits keto or not for you guys. I think I have. That's another one of my favorites. But I think tomorrow, I'm going to do Parmesan crusted pork chops with mushroom sauce over them. How's that sound? Does that sound like a winner? Because that's a great one, because you get the portobello mushrooms sliced up, the heavy cream, the cream cheese, gravy, and the pork chops with the Parmesan cheese and the almond flour. So it gets crusty like you would have breadcrumbs on it. And then you got the sauce over it. Oh, man, that's good. That's real good. So Colin Cowherd is back to, of course, that they realize that's how they're going to get paid, is by criticizing the Cowboys. So don't, you always expect it. Don't talk about God when I have a satanic voodoo doll. You know what? Back to my original premise. The good Lord gave us each a life to live with it as we choose, as long as we're not infringing on others' rights. Now, I don't practice voodoo. And if you know the movie Major League, it was a character from that. And if it bothers you that I have, this is where it's crazy. If it bothers you that I have a voodoo doll, or if you don't like my videos, why are you watching? That's my thing. That is my whole premise. Why is it people who hate me, hate the channel, hate what I do, hate Jobu, continue to watch? If it's truly a problem for you. You're Muslim on Tuesday, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, so I can't eat pork on those days. Okay. All right. With that being said, thanks everybody for being here for dinner. And again, tomato salad. Our fresh cucumbers. I love these because these are vinegary. And our chicken salad. So I'll see you guys for dinner tomorrow night. It's a dinner date. See you then. Bye.